Imagine two researchers, young, brilliant. They go to the bottom of the world, so the rest of us don't have to. Think about that. Most people will never know their names. Most people will never care. But inside the hostile, frozen territory of Mount Erebus in Antarctica, this is the exact, terrifying breakdown of what happens when human beings are buried alive inside a natural cage. No ghosts, no monsters, just a cold, scientific survival scenario. Let's start from the very beginning. The setup involves a small team, 3 researchers from a polar glaciology program. Their job? To map the hydrothermal ice caves that form inside Erebus. Now picture this. These are volcanic vents where intense heat from deep inside the Earth meets ancient ice. It creates these massive, hollow, cathedral-like tunnels. Beautiful? Yes. Alien? Absolutely. Deadly? Beyond measure. They have protocols for everything. Checklists, backup radios, survival gear. But the mountain doesn't care about your protocols. During a routine survey, it happens. A sudden hydrothermal steam burst, completely undetected by surface sensors, hits the cave entrance from below. This steam isn't just hot, it's superheated. The moment it hits the freezing surrounding ice walls, within seconds it flash-refreezes. The entrance doesn't just close, it seals. 6 feet of solid, glass-like ice, compressed, dense. The kind of ice that doesn't crack even if you hit it with an axe. The kind that looks almost clear, like frozen time. And inside that sealed chamber, minus 25 degrees Celsius. No light, no signal, and absolutely no way out. But here's what most people don't realize. The freezing temperature? That isn't the real threat. You can put on jackets, you can huddle. No, the real killer is the gas. See, Erebus sits on active magma, and that magma constantly bleeds carbon dioxide up through the rock. Normally, natural ventilation keeps the air moving, but with the entrance completely sealed, the CO2 starts pooling. Invisible, odorless, rising from the floor like something patient, watching them. And CO2 poisoning doesn't announce itself. It's a gentle executioner. First, your breathing gets heavier. You think you're just tired. Then your thoughts start slipping. Then comes the truly cruel part. You start feeling warm. In minus 25 degrees, your body suddenly feels comfortable, safe. Some people even smile. Your brain is completely shutting down, and it is lying to you while it does it. Now, put yourself in the shoes of the surface rescue team. When they encounter a crisis like this, they hit a wall. Explosives? If you blast, the shockwave collapses the entire cave network. Manual ice drilling? It takes days they don't have. The ice is simply too dense and too unpredictable. So let me explain how specialized rescue tech actually works, because this part changes everything. In these high-stakes scenarios, teams deploy an autonomous laser-cutting drone. This isn't a sci-fi gadget, it's a rugged piece of industrial polar tech. It carries a high-intensity thermal laser array, not a blowtorch, not a mechanical drill, a laser that melts precise, microscopic pathways through glacial ice without causing a single vibration. Zero shockwave, zero collapse risk. It also carries gas sensors and a micro vent line. As it cuts inward, it actually pumps small amounts of fresh oxygen ahead of itself, straight into the chamber, like a slow, artificial breath being pushed into a dying room. But it isn't fast. It can't be. In a standard emergency calculation, The countdown clock is roughly 82 hours. That's it. That's the math on survival. If they conserve movement, stay low where gas concentrations are slightly thinner, and the drone moves without a single mechanical glitch. The drone moves without stopping, day and night. At hour 78, it finally breaks through the ice wall. In a successful scenario, they pull the survivors out. They are shivering so violently their teeth crack. They are hyperventilating, grabbing at the fresh air like it's something solid they can hold on to. They made it. But in the brutal reality of deep ice exploration, a difference of just a few hours is the difference between life and death. Imagine a young researcher, 29 years old, whose heart stops approximately 4 hours before that laser cuts through the final layer of ice. Just 4 hours. The drone was still cutting when the oxygen finally reached the chamber. It was just not enough. Just not soon enough. Advanced machines and elite teams can perform absolute miracles at the very last second. But tracking the boundaries of our world will always come with a heavy, unpredictable cost. Because when you enter environments where humans were never meant to exist, you realize a terrifying truth. The margin between survival and the void is only a few inches of solid ice.